Hey folks, it's Brian here, and I spent the last couple days kind of getting ready to step the mast to do a little bit of work on Sweet Caroline before we do whatever it is we're up to. And I thought I would take a moment, kind of explain where I'm at today for the people who may follow this channel. So I started YouTubing way back when it was brand new, before it got to where it's at today, long before the censorship ever became an issue. And for me, it was kind of an outlet at first, and a place to go share information. And for a long time, YouTube was great about that. I mean, you could ask how to do this or that, and it'd take you right to a video, and you could find it. If you wanted to listen to other people's thoughts, maybe not mainstream, not these guys that are getting on the YouTube now with the specialized studios, the CIA plants that never get censored, right? Oh, but don't censor me, YouTube. Don't censor me. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about this because we're entering a time of techno-feudalism. And that means if they don't like what you're saying and you don't agree with them and they don't agree with you, boy, I tell you what, snip, 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 snip. Where's my scissors? This is wrong. Okay, so America, which is the land of my birth, has always been great. So, before I get too into the game here, we have three different channels. We have the Black Goose channel, we got the Human Conversation channel, and we've got this here channel. Notice the term here is free all. We free all here. We do a little bit of this, we do a little bit of that, do a little boating, we do a little flying. I know that nobody agrees with anything I have to say. They never do until the time comes. Just so and so, when you need a fighter, someone to help you put it in gear. So, but I'm getting old. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting old, and I watched YouTube from the get-go. I remember when phones were still on the wall. And, here's the deal. So, right now, America, maybe this boat will come in handy. I don't want to really be around to see what's developing because I know it's going to be bloody and it's going to be bad. And there's going to come a point where we're going to get tired of eating cake. There's going to be enough federal people out of work. And there's going to be enough displaced, angry, homeless, dissatisfied people that used to be on the tip of the spear, and they're all going to be coming down here and joining us lowly people. And I'm not sure that's such a good thing. So, okay, here we are. So what am I going to do about it? Well, man, right now where I live, I can see you coming. And, yeah, you could come down here, but it wouldn't be more than 15, 20 minutes before we knew you were around. So, whatever. Okay. So, and then there's the possibility that, all things come to their end. I know this. Maybe you didn't get it. Didn't get the memo, right? So what I think is going to happen, and kind of what needs to happen, ladies and gentlemen, is that we need to stop with the looking for answers here and there and just kind of narrow it down to what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. And so what doesn't make sense is what we are now seeing and experiencing. It seems like a few people who have a lot of money and a lot of power have decided that they own all of us and they can buy everything can be bought. It's the real attitude of these people. And sure as I'm speaking here today, it's kind of looking slightly on the surface like there may be some truth to that. Anything can be bought. Certainly we're not seeing the things that we might have seen in centuries gone by. By now, centuries gone by, if we just go 100 years back in America, listen, the people doing the stuff they're doing today, they would be hanging from trees. They would be burning in barnyards, and bad things would be happening, tar, feather, it'd be painful. And yeah, life would go on, of course, without those idiots. It might be peaceful for a while. If anything, it serves as a great example to people who are now engaged in the same behavior that most of us are vehemently against, they would definitely remember what happened in the last go around and maybe think twice about doing some of the things they're doing. But that's not going to be the case. So where does this go? Well, I don't know. I have my distinct opinion that it's going to go to, like I said, at some point, there's going to be enough people down, they're going to be desperate, and they're going to be looking for blood. And that's the day I don't want to be an Elon Musk or a Donald Trump or in any one of those guys that are running the show or think or have the illusion that they are running the show or whatever they call it. I mean, whatever they're running for, I ain't interested in. I got this boat here, and I'm more interested in just living in my little corner of the planet, doing my thing, and if anything, if I could, I'd rather make love than war. But I just think that it just may have to come down to, to quote old Spangler, Waldo Spangler, the only way to change the situation when oligarchies come about is blood. There's no other way. And so, like, YouTube can get mad. They can say they don't like my message, right? But here's the deal. This message that I'm speaking ain't like I ain't heard it in every damn street corner from here to wherever I go on day-to-day basis. Everybody feels that way. Just the problem we have right now isn't that everybody feels the way I feel. The problem is that we have too many people that are afraid to speak up about how they feel. That's why you don't really want your First Amendment taken for granted, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here's the deal. I don't care how we stick it to them, but we start with our voices, and everybody needs to hear how we feel. And they shouldn't be able to go hide either. They got houses, they got homes, they got comfortable little cushy lives. They wouldn't enjoy those lives invaded or tread upon, or just as much as we don't enjoy the idea of a government controlling our lives or coming into our homes or hurting our people or our friends or our families. Aye, and I have a point there. So let's take a little from the Irish. Get your potato forks out, sharpen them, make sure them tines shine bright like stars in the fields, because we're going to need to get a lot of work done, and it may require a lot of holes, a lot of fertilizer. We may even run out of freedom pills. But either way, listen, if you who don't like what I'm saying, notice 2 or 3 things right here. I'm not running from my country. I am an American. Yeah. And I ain't running from you either. So we're going to speak now, right? We're going to speak up, and I'm hoping that people continue to do so. And if YouTube wants to get rid of me, or you want to do the censorship thing, that's all right, because if it comes down to it, we'll do it in the streets just by putting the flyers out there. We'll go back to the old written word. Now, for those of you follow, take this message, get ready. It's going to be an upheaval. Then, hopefully for a few hundred more years, long after you and I are gone, our children and their children's children and their children's children beyond that will enjoy the line of our existence as a human people.